This is the BX Baller, 11/12/2010 Sports Blog. Now to start off with NFL news, there will be no return for Brett Favre next year. Surprisingly, he just said today that he's not going to return. So, Brett Favre fans, this is it. This is the last year for Brett Favre. Unfortunately, he had great years in the NFL, and this is basically it. Unfortunately, it's sad to see him go. But moving on, Matt Stafford is going to be evaluated on Monday. If you didn't see the Jets game, he was injured. He injured his shoulder, the same one that he was out for in the beginning of the season. So he's back out again, but he's going to be evaluated. He might need surgery for it. I'm not sure, but we'll find out later on. Now, moving on to MLB news. Derek Jeter has no idea if his deal will get done. Basically, yesterday, I think I told you that Derek Jeter's expected to resign, but he really, at this point, he really has no idea. So they're really going to try to convince Derek Jeter to stay. Hopefully it works. Hopefully he does come back, because many Yankee fans have always seen Derek Jeter on the same team. He's been on the same team for his whole career. So hopefully he doesn't leave. Hopefully he retires as a Yankee. Hopefully. Texas is going to chase Cliff Lee quietly. Unlike the Yankees, Texas said they're not backing down. They are going to try to re-sign Lee as by any means necessary, just about. But they're not going to do it publicly. They're following what the Jets did in the summer with Darrelle Revis. If you remember, the Jets said that they're not going to talk about their deals with or their meetings with Darrelle Revis. And at the end, they did get it done, but they got it done quietly. Well, the Texas Rangers are looking to do the same thing. They're hoping they can re-sign Cliff Lee. Hopefully, he doesn't re-sign with Texas, and hopefully he does go to the Yankees, because I am a Yankee fan. But there is also a report that Cliff Lee doesn't like Texas. Now, he doesn't like the Texas Heat. He said he can't stand pitching in the Texas Heat, and that might be a factor on where he goes. Because if you don't like pitching in Heat, then or like Texas Heat, then you're not gonna go and re-sign with Texas. You're gonna go to some other team. May it be the Yankees or the Nationals. I don't know at this point. I don't know what Cliff Lee is thinking at this point. But there's a report that Brian Cashman says that he thinks that the Yankees have a good chance of landing Cliff Lee this year. And hopefully they get it done, because, as I said before, they went in early for Cliff Lee, and that's a good thing. Unlike last year, they went in late for Roy Halladay, and what happened? Roy Halladay was traded to the Phillies. Cliff Lee was traded to the Seattle Mariners. Yankees could have gotten that deal, but they didn't. Unfortunately, it didn't really help the Phillies, because the Phillies didn't go to the World Series. And it still didn't help the Yankees, because they didn't go to the World Series. But that's besides the point. But still, the Yankees are going after De La Rosa, Jorge De La Rosa. He's a lefty that pitched on the Rockies last year, and from reports I hear he's good. Brian Cashman also said after they announced that the Yankees are going after De La Rosa, he said, someone asked him how many free agents are you going after? He said there are numbers. So which means there's probably a lot of free agents on the Yankees list for these winter meetings, and we will find out when there's rumors of who the Yankees are going after in the winter meetings. Justin Morneau sounds off about Target Field. Now, Target Field, they said, the crew said, or the constructors said that they're going to enhance Target Field. And Justin Morneau was very disappointed when he heard that they were not going to bring in the fences of Target Field. Now, if you don't know, Target Field is a non-home run ballpark. It's like Citi Field. It's like the ballpark in Arlington. The ballpark in Arlington is really not a home run baseball field. And it's like a numerous amount of other fields. But Justin Morneau is a home run hitter. So he's very disappointed. But it was kind of surprising that he sounded off on it. He just blasted them. He was just very disappointed. But I would be too if I was a home run hitter in a non-home run ballpark. Moving on to NBA news. The Heat take the loss 112-107 to Boston last night. Ray Allen and LeBron James had 35 points, but LeBron almost had a triple-double. He had a double-double. 35 points, 10 rebounds, 9 assists. Ray Allen just had 35 points, and Rondo had 16 assists, and Dwayne Wade only had 8 points. If you saw that game, then you know what I'm about to say. If you didn't, it was just bad to watch. I really had high expectations for the Heat because I thought it's the rematch. The Heat is supposed to actually come. It's supposed to be. It was actually in American Airlines Arena. I thought the Heat was supposed to win because home court advantage. They still have no answers for the Celtics. I know it's still early in the season, but still they need to get rid of their problems now so it won't hinder them later. So, moving on, the Lakers lose to Denver 118-112. I really didn't see the game that much. Kobe was like 2 for 10 the last time I saw the game, and I was like, he's having a Kevin Durant night. That's not good. I don't know the numbers for that game, and I'm not really going to go into them now. Golden State picked up the L against Chicago 120-90. They lost by 30. And before I end this sports blog, still in NBA news.
I'm so serious, man.
This technical foul rule in the NBA, it's really getting on my nerves. I really have to sound off on this thing. Last night in the Heat game, Nate Robinson went over to defend Eddie House. Put his hand up, fouled Eddie House, I think, from 3. Okay, he committed the foul. All Nate Robinson did was this. Put his hand down. Technical foul. He didn't do anything. He didn't argue with the ref. He wasn't disagreeing with the call. He wasn't complaining about the call. He did nothing. He just put his hand down, and he got a technical foul. But then, later on in the game, something happened to LeBron. No, LeBron took a pick on Rondo. They called it an offensive foul. LeBron was complaining. Where's the technical foul? Like Reggie Miller said last night, be consistent, NBA. If you're going to make this rule, you need to be consistent about it. Another example. Last night, I like Kobe and all, but something happened to Kobe last night. I think he thought he got fouled. He was running down the other end. He was complaining to the referee. No technical foul. I don't know what the referees are doing, but this rule, David Stern really messed up because this rule is stupid. Another example. A Knick game. Preseason. Timothy Mozgov, he committed a foul. He knew he committed the foul, went straight to the bench. He was speaking in Russian, but he was talking to himself. I think he was saying something like, I shouldn't have committed the fouls, or the fouls, they get me in trouble. He was speaking in Russian. NBA referees can't understand Russian. Technical foul on Timothy Mozgov. For what? He was speaking Russian. You don't know what he was saying. So why would you give him a technical foul for speaking in Russian? The man can barely speak English. Why give him a technical foul? So, this NBA rule, they need to change this because I'm really getting tired of seeing, a technical foul. And it's like sometimes the players are just showing emotion off of a dunk, technical foul, complaining with something. Or they're showing emotion to a call, that's a technical foul. Just like Reggie Miller said, the NBA needs to be consistent, and he also thinks that this thing, it has a good moral, but the way they enforce it is stupid. Walt Clyde Frazier thinks the same thing. Most of these commentators think that way. That is stupid. That's all I gotta say about it. So, this is the BX Baller. 11/12/2010 Sports Blog out.